Hey everybody, AimDownSites back again on the DUSK YouTube channel, and I can't wait to show you guys today's episode of Siege Training Academy. And as you guys can see on my screen here, we're going to be covering the operator castle. So when talking about Castle and playing Castle, he's a pretty underused operator in my opinion, I think across the board. And so one reason why that is because no one really knows how to play him well or even where to put his Castle barricades. If you put them outside the objective, like, and lock your teammates outside, that can be very detrimental at the end of the round. And maybe putting them on windows where they're easily broken really doesn't do any good. So we're going to go through his loadout. We're going to talk about certain maps that he's really good on in my opinion. So we've got the UMP-45. That's probably going to be your main weapon. You see people all the time with the shotgun too, mostly used for meme and trolling. We have the 1.5, the flash hider, and the angle grip. I like to run the angle grip on Castle because he doesn't have too much recoil. I mean, by too much, he is none. There's no recoil. And then, of course, whatever weapon skin, attachment skin, and charm. I've got my G2 esports charm here. CHALET Pengu. We've got the 5.7, or we've got the super shorty. You can use either one of those, whatever you please. I prefer the super shorty, but then again, the secondaries mostly come down to personal preference. Same goes with the bulletproof camera or the proximity alarm. Really, whatever you want to do here is up to you. I've got the proximity alarm going, but once again, personal preference. As you guys can see, I have loaded into the basement defense on Clubhouse, which is Church Arsenal, and you can see I'm just loaded in by myself. There's nobody gonna attack me, and we're doing this just so you guys can get a good handle on, without any pressure, on where the best recommended castle barricades are gonna go. So a really good one to stop anyone from pushing down here and to be completely alert when people are down this stairway here, and it's going to slow them down really well, is on this main doorway in the basement hallway. It's going to slow them down a lot. Now your other two, you have a wide variety of options with. You can either put one here on the blue doorway. They're going to easily be breaking it down unless you have a flank, but the point really is to slow them down, so you want to make sure you're going to have these two walls reinforced along with it. Really, to put a one on the dirt tunnel here, kind of a waste in my opinion. So where you're gonna want your third and final one, you're probably gonna want it right onto this doorway here. Now the main objective for these right here is to slow them down, not for your roamers to make it really back to site. If your roamers want to make it back to site, if they need to, most likely there's gonna be some routes. One of these is gonna be open, maybe two of them. These three castle doorways here are going to be mainly to slow down pushes the entire game. I don't have anything to blow myself up with. How do I end this? Alright, cut all this out. Cut all this out. It's awkward timing. Awkward timing. Alright, now we are back upstairs. Back upstairs. We haven't been upstairs yet. Now we are upstairs, defending the two sites here. We can either defend cache CCTV, or we can defend gym and bedroom. Gym bedroom is going to be your more popular site for castle, and so we're just going to show off some castle placements here. Now first off, you're going to want to castle this doorway here to slow down a push coming from offices there, and normally you're going to have these two walls right here reinforced to make sure no one's soft breaching through these and getting a clear line of sight and walking into sight. So normally you're going to have that barricaded. You're going to have this one here, and then one more over here. So this is a little tricky. So you want to barricade this door right here, but we're not going to barricade it quite yet because A, you either want a full rotation hole into this site to transfer, or one small trick you can do here is just make a shotgun hole all along the wall here, and I'm kind of spreading that out just a little bit for time's sake, but to give you a good line of sight at people if they're going for a plant or just to see their feet and shoot their feet. It's not an optimal position for the attackers to come in there and have to defend their feet. And someone playing right here typically going to be pretty safe as long as we have maybe something protecting us like this bed. We know nobody's here because that's barricaded, and so now we have a clear line of sight. Let's say there's a proximity alarm right there. We know where people are coming from. This is going to be reinforced, and this last one is very important here. So we place this one down here, And now a teammate like a Kaid or a Bandit is free to trick this wall. Make it next to impossible to get the teammates in unless they destroy this barricade here. So when again, that would come with a great pairing with a Jaeger or a, not in this case really a mute, but a mute would become very great, as in putting it like right down here. Maybe block this and block the stairwell here. So castle mute combo would work extremely well there, and extremely well over here. Placing it right down here would block this entire barricade as well. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next map, and we'll see you guys in a bit. Bum 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 bum. Alright guys, welcome back, and as you guys can see, we are on the basement, defense, wine cellar, and snowmobile garage on Chalet, and we're going to show you where your castle barricade should go here. And so we're going to have one placed right at this doorway in the blue to cover the garage, to really protect someone who's maybe defending this garage doorway. You know, maybe a bandit, Kaid, mute, whatever it may be. So we have that paired with the proximity mine, would alert someone if they're going right here or down the main stairway. Maybe some barbed wire would help out too. So that is going to be your first and probably most important castle barricade right there. And we can always just place another one right here. And so there's two for you right there, and now it's very subjective where you want to put your third one, because if you have it in this hallway, that locks pretty much any teammate out of defending this hallway. And so you're probably going to want to keep this one open, and then who knows, maybe you want to have one on this doorway, or you want to defend garage. You'd want to reinforce these, and then maybe put a castle barricade right here just to slow them down just enough. There is not a hatch in here now, so you could probably defend this pretty well, making them waste a lot of utility. When you defend this, you are pretty much committed to the sacrifice of your life, but if you can take one or waste a lot of time, that is a win pretty much every time. Alright, now we're gonna head to our next site, so we'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, as you can see, now we have made it upstairs into the office and into the master bedroom site. So these are the split site here, so we are going to want to be able to defend these here. And so how we're going to do that with Castle and his barricades, this hallway is a great main push, and so we just castle it off. Not a problem. Slow down the offense. That's all what Castle is about. English are hard, yes. So typically you're going to have these walls reinforced here. You're going to have this set right here, this set right here reinforced. And so you're going to have these four done. It'll make it hard for them to get in. Bandit, Kaid, mute, you know, the normal stuff. You could always put a castle barricade on this doorway here too. It's going to be very easily destructible, but maybe partner it with a mute and maybe slow them down just a bit depending on what operators they're running, or just make them go out of their way to destroy it. It's all about wasting utility, and that's what Castle's really about, guys. It's not about going off with his UMP. It's not about winning every gunfight. It's about taking time and slowly winning the game, which is why a lot of people don't really care for him as an operator, how slow the game gets with him. But I promise you, he can change an entire game and change wins or change losses to wins for you. So we can throw the last one right here, maybe get them stuck in the observatory, make sure there's no rotate in here. They do have this window here, so maybe even take this one off here. So instead we cut them off here. There's no rotation now, and if they do rotate, we'll always know what is going on. So that's going to be the Chalet map for Castle. See him licking my finger. Good boy, Bear. Anyway, guys, we are on Bank, and this is going to be our last map. And so one good way to play Castle in here, one of my favorite ways, honestly, is partnering Castle with maybe a Legion or a Smoke or something, and castling off this stairway here, blocking anyone on the attack from pushing down here without notice, reinforcing this, and then having someone defend this dirt tunnel back here with their life, pretty much committing their life to this push. It's always going to be a great hold to waste a lot of time. And then another thing you can do, if you really want to commit the person's life, just barricade this one too. It's all about slowing down the attack. This castle barricade is always good here. People don't often push through the garage anymore, but if they want to, this is a great opportunity to shut them down from here, slow them down, maybe even make them to rotate out. And also this stairway here, like to block them out here is to pretty much block them out entirely from sight. All they'd have left is their hatches, and those are all typically going to be reinforced. This side is pretty simple when it comes down to it. You know, you're going to have your basics, you're going to have your mirror over here. I seriously do recommend a smoke, a lesion, some sort of really good trap operator, someone to slow people down in here to defend this dirt tunnel. The more time wasted, the better off your team is going to be. So we're going to head to our next site. Alright guys, we are defending upstairs now, and we're defending the office upstairs. This is probably either the most popular site or the second most popular site, depending on your team's preference. But this site, you know, it's heavy on the windows here. Most people think that placing a good window here is going to be great. It's going to be great. You're going to block people from just coming in. But oftentimes they're just going to put a breach charge on it. They're just going to ash charge it, Zofia, whatever they please to do. And so probably placing and wasting a castle barricade, not going to do a whole lot here. So I don't really recommend doing that. So really your castle barricades, they're going to be important from defending out there on the garage. So you're really going to want to have one right here, because normally, you know, you're going to have a sniper out there or someone who can shoot you very easily with a great line of sight. So you're really going to want one out here. To put one here protects all your rotations as well. So this one isn't as much about slowing down as just protecting you and keeping you alive in this site, which oftentimes 9 out of 10 going to be the most important thing. And then you can place your last one either in this doorway here if someone's maybe defending this office. Another way to defend up here is to defend the closet here if I can get through this with the super shorty. And maybe defend this closet here, stop them from pushing in here, because if they push in here, normally they're going to break open this wall here, try to get through here, and plant. So yeah guys, that's going to be our 3 basic maps for Castle, and that's how we're going to want to play him, want to run him. Super basic, super easy to understand. And I hope you guys learned a lot. Let's get into some gameplay. Alright guys, I tried really hard to get some half decent gameplay for you all, but I cannot for the life of me get any good gameplay. So I'm sorry guys, but that is how we're gonna have to end it. So I hope you all have a great day. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all stayed safe during the holidays. I'm recording this before Christmas, so I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you loved the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and so you don't miss another video. Until then, peace out.